Aisha, I always felt something hiding when my spiritual friends would say, nothing is real. It is beautiful to hear you acknowledge this. This is very real for the human, yet I am also aware that we are being called to open the fact of nothing. And I wonder if I'm avoiding this, as I feel the narrowness of nothing is real. Can you help me to be clearer here? This meeting between nothing is real and it's all real.
Yeah. So this nothing is real saying is basically it's the counterpart to fully believing in this reality only also. And as you say, there has to be both the recognition in one you could say like in one aspect of the being to be a recognition and realization of the empty nature of all things. And in the other end of that spectrum, we have the recognition and the realization and the coming into the full care. So as such, most of us are using either one spectrum, like one end of the spectrum, or the other, to avoid the opposite side of the spectrum. So in regards to you and your recognition, then obviously if you look at your relaxation with the emptying out, if you look at your relaxation with the letting go, especially when it comes to the mind and the emptying of the mind, right there, and it comes in, it has like these subtle weavings into our consciousness of what we've picked up. But basically our understanding of the masculine, when that has been distorted in some sense, then it very much shows as this, it can be like one way or another, where we disregard the emptiness part, disregard the silence, basically. Especially as women, we tend to disregard the silence, and as men, we tend to disregard the reality of everything, like the depth of the love and the care, especially the care. Yeah. So that for that care to become all round, it's kind of like you have to fall in love with the entire spectrum of reality. And the inner marriage, in regards to this, the inner marriage depends on our willingness to cease the struggle against any part of the equation. And when I'm saying that, I specifically mean that this preference that we have for a specific part of life, especially that life which excludes death, like any preference of the end over the beginning or the beginning over the end, that needs to go. In this way, consciousness is set free to allow that breath of itself in and out of existence. So this is what is required for us to be real. This is required for us to be true. And I say that because as deeply as our consciousness breathes into existence, just as deeply does it need to breathe out, for none of it to be something. So either we make emptiness into something if we cling to life, or we make life into something by clinging to the emptiness. Yeah. So basically there are different ways of approaching the different aspects, and especially when it comes to this with approaching the emptiness, there are several resources available on aishasalem.com which points you in that direction. And there are also meditations, and there are video clips and like audios and things that can invite you and ignite you in that direction. So I invite you to use that.